Hello everyone and welcome to Shelby This Week. Top news stories, holiday home safety, police chief position, and a bond check given. All this, plus much more, but first. Imagine your house being ransacked and robbed while you're out enjoying the holidays. It happens more than you think. Shelby TV's Nick Buckler reports.
The holiday season is in full swing. For most of us, that means increased charity and giving. But for thieves, they view this as an increased opportunity to take and steal.
As a police department, we recommend that you put your house interior lights on a timer. You turn on your garage coach lights and you turn on your porch lights.
Whether you are staying at home this year or visiting family, we want you, your family, and your home to be safe. Here are some tips to help you do so. Secure your home. Be sure all doors and windows have functioning locks. This includes not storing a spare key outside. Make sure valuables are not visible from the street. If a criminal can easily see what's in your home, they may be tempted to break in. Do not run extension cords through windows. Running extension cords for holiday lights through your windows allow them to not completely latch or close properly. Put your holiday lights on a timer. This will prevent thieves from learning your daily habits. This includes your indoor lights, such as those on a Christmas tree. Do not post your travel plans online. This goes for any time of the year, especially the holiday season. This is exciting news you may want to share, but it is blatantly telling thieves you are not home.
The Shelby Township Police Department offers a vacation list. If you call the police department, when you know the time frame that you're going to be gone, we have a vacation book where extra patrols are done in your neighborhood, in your house.
And finally, be wary of people going door to door soliciting donations. This is a common tactic used by criminals. Do not feel pressured to give. Ask to see an ID that associates them with the charity. Trust your instincts and call 911 if you believe something is not right. Do not let the rush and excitement of the holidays cause you to become vulnerable to theft and crime. I'm Nick Buckler for Shelby This Week.
Good tips for holiday safety. An update for you on the position of police chief. Right now, Shelby Township is in the works of getting a new police chief. An offer and counteroffer have already been made. Recently, Deputy Chief of Southfield Police was offered a contract which includes a 6-month probationary period. Robert Sheelide has counteroffered a deal, and now the board will decide whether or not to accept the deal. Supervisor Rick Stathakis says he hopes the chief of police position will be filled by January. Currently, Captain Stephen Stanberry is in charge of police department's day-to-day operations. Police and fire pensions will be fully funded. Treasurer Michael Flynn announced recently, after working up in Lansing on a deal, months of negotiations, monies are in place. Treasurer Michael Flynn gives us the details.
It's about $24 million. It represents the balance of the unfunded liability for the fire and police pension. So it's a big day for our employee stakeholders, and it's a big day for the taxpayers of Shelby Township. The deal basically enabled us to balance the fire and police budgets without layoffs or tax increases, saves the township taxpayers about $1 million a year, and allowed us to close the pension to new hires to put everybody on a 401k style retirement plan. So it's a great day all around. And I know Mr. Vire and the other board members were working on it even before then, but you really have to compliment the union leadership and the rank and file guys that got behind this deal because they realized it was good for them. It's a classic win-win in terms of government.
A deal with success and a balanced budget for 2015 and no increase in taxes. That's always a plus. Coming up, a Jingle Bell run and an oil drilling update. Stay tuned.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Jolly athletes came out to run, all for a good cause. The Jingle Bell 5K walk run was held outside the Senior Center recently, and the weather couldn't have been better for a 5K in December. Race coordinator Dave Danico tells us how long this race has been going on.
This is a wonderful event. It started about 5 years ago, and we support a number of charities. Obviously, the most important charity is Special Olympics. You know, this is a great opportunity to get out, have a little bit of fun, enjoy the music, and be out with your neighbors. You know, and so we do this once a year. This is part of other races and other community events, and we're just happy to be here.
Over 400 runners dressed up for the Jolly Run, decked out in Christmas bells, costumes, fun socks, hats, tutus, and more. The Jingle Bell Run has a popular runner that dresses up in an actual Christmas tree every single year.
I'm here today running with my friends. We do 5Ks all year long. Andrea here runs them every weekend. But we always look for like a fun run that we can do during the holidays that we can just dress up and have a good time, and today's weather is perfect for that. So
all runners like to get healthy and know the proceeds of the race go to a good cause.
Now, the big thing for me that makes this happen is Shelby Township Parks and Rec. Joe Youngblood, Jim, Bob, all these people have done a phenomenal job, and without them, we couldn't pull this off. It's just amazing. And I have a lot of other volunteers. We have the Eisenhower girls basketball team that are not only volunteers, but they're a cheering section. They do a phenomenal job on the course. It's just a joy to have them out there. I've chosen the Shelby Lions Club again to help with the food basket program. The Special Olympics for the area. Cattail Acres is another big one. The Penricton Center downriver helps kids with multiple disabilities. There's some other smaller ones as well we're going to help. Last year we donated to the police fund to help when they take the kids shopping. And a lot of people might remember that 2 or 3 years ago we donated a significant amount of money to the seniors that got burned out of their senior center. So, and a lot of the people participate like the fact that the holidays, we're taking all the profits and giving it all back to people that can use it and need it.
Some furry friends came out to enjoy the race also. And in the men's division, first place male, Andrew Cusimano. First place female, Marissa Papadelis. Female master winner, Laura Shamblin. And first place male master, Joel Kozlowski. Each runner received Jingle Bell t-shirts and gratification of donating to a few great causes. The Shelby Community Foundation is hosting its 9th annual Snowflake Social on January 16th of next year. This popular social event features food stations designed around 4 seasons of Michigan and wine tasting. The Snowflake Social is a chance for the Community Foundation to raise money and also a chance to mingle with local businesses, neighbors, and advertise your company at the same time. Shelby Community Foundation member Nancy Bates tells us more.
And the tickets are $45 a person, and they put out a wonderful selection of food that is based on the 4 seasons of Michigan. And it's really a full meal, but it's at stations. You have to get up and go and get each station. And they have wines complementing those foods, and that is all included. We also have a cash bar if you're not a wine drinker and prefer to have alcohol.
You can register for the 2015 Snowflake Social and purchase tickets until January 13th. Always a great way to help the community. An update on oil drilling in Shelby. Back in July, there was some exploratory drilling done in the area of 25 Mile Road in DeQuinder, a residential area. Drilling that was going on very close to homes. The board proceeded with this. They passed a moratorium pertaining to activities. Actions in Lansing haven't been in Shelby's favor. 2 bills, 1026 and 1076, legislation proposed by Senator Jack Brandenburg to keep drilling at bay were both rejected. Now that lame duck session is at the close, the entire case is at a standstill. We'll keep you posted on any new action. A new state grant will bring in a boost for Shelby Township. The Paslin Company is coming to Shelby and bringing over 200 jobs to boot. A $1.7 million grant was given to the Warren-based company to expand in Shelby. The Paslin Company is an automotive-driven business making machinery for local companies. Their operation will make a home at 23 and Shaner and invest more than $20 million to the area. Representative Candace Miller recently gave kudos to Paslin, stating the longtime Macomb County business is certain to be an economic boost for Shelby Township and benefit local manufacturing. Students, get your game plan ready. Utica Community Schools wants to help you plan for your future. It's the 8th annual Academic Blitz event on Thursday, January 29th at Henry Ford High School. Parents and students can come to the Blitz and plan for success, college, and career readiness. The event is from 7 till 9 p.m. There will be guest speakers, financial aid help, and other work sessions. A good night for future college plans. As we recently reported, the parent-teacher organization for Schweitzer Elementary School had their treasurer step down recently due to an investigation in embezzlement. We want to clarify that Utica Community Schools does not have any affiliation with the parent-teacher organization. The PTO is their own entity and has no ties with UCS. Looking for a new home in Shelby? We've got you covered. There was a ribbon cutting at Innovations Real Estate Specialists recently. They specialize in residential and commercial investment properties, vacation homes.
We're not a big box brokerage. We strive for personal attention and top-notch service.
So other than that, what makes you guys stand out?
Well, we also have a multitude of services that we offer. We offer everything from residential new construction and development. We have an in-house interior design. We have an in-house lender. We have in-house title. Myself, I'm a broker with 26 years experience, and my sales staff is extremely experienced as well.
President of the company, Paul Esposito, tells us how the housing market is looking.
I think that the market's picking up big. I think that 2015 is going to be a big year. I think 2016 is going to be even a bigger year.
The Innovations Real Estate Specialists are located over on Market Drive. Stop by and check them out. A new zesty taste is coming to Shelby. A new restaurant called Fajita Republic Cantina will open on the 22nd, located on Hall Road, east of M53. It's the old Champs restaurant building, totally remodeled, revamped, and full of zest. The 8,000 square foot building has been vacant since Champs closed earlier this year. The new Mexican-style restaurant is owned by Shelby Township-based company J.K.&T Wings. They own other restaurants in Michigan like Buffalo Wild Wings and Smashburger. The restaurant has an amazing menu full of cantina bowls, a homemade salsa sampler, nachos, and fajitas. Stop by this local new hotspot. The red carpet has been rolled out for a new theater. Imagine Theater is showcasing their new theater, located on 23 in Hayes. Imagine took the old Kroger building and built a 9-screen theater with over 1,000 seats for an upscale venue. Work began August 1st for the big production, and Shelby residents are encouraged to grab some popcorn and check out the new theater. There's also one EMAX auditorium, which includes 60 speakers, a larger screen, and 3D movies. Something different can be seen in Shelby. Paul Morrow tells us more about a unique decor that Shelby say is utterly unmissable.
I've worked here at Shelby TV for a number of years, and I'm a creature of habit, so I often find myself taking the same way to work every day. I like to drive real slow and look at people's homes and see what they do for landscaping and lawn decorations. A lot of what I see is the same, but there's one lawn ornament I drive by every day that's just a little bit different than the rest. Eventually, my curiosity got the best of me, and I had to find out more. I know curiosity killed the cat, but this story is not about a cat, it's about a cow.
Myrtle.
Paul and Marilyn Miller are Shelby residents who both grew up right in the area. The Millers are high school sweethearts from Utica High, and their relationship is a great story in itself. But we're here to find out more about Myrtle.
Myrtle, now why Myrtle? Well, because that was the name of our cow at home. Well, it was between 23 and 24 on Hayes, which is all built up now. And like I say, we got the cow from the people that we originally bought the farm from. It was a brown one. It would look just like that.
The Millers purchased Myrtle in Everett, Michigan, which is located in Osceola County. Everett is located 25 miles northwest of Clare.
Well, we was in a trip to see my sister, and we went by this place that had ornaments out, and she said to me that maybe we ought to stop and look, see if we can get a cow there for our house. She never wanted a black and white one, she wanted a brown one. We had a pickup at the time, and when we seen it, we bought it and loaded it in a pickup and brought it home. And cows made of concrete, formed, and of course there's steel rotting in it, and it's starting to fall apart now after all the years.
I asked Paul, how long has myrtle been on their front lawn?
Oh, I'm guessing now it had to be close to 20 years it's been here. Maybe a little longer than that even.
Myrtle does look a little rough around the edges, but hey, you would too if you sat outside for 20 years. We sometimes hear stories of lawn gnomes and cement geese getting kidnapped, so I was a little nervous asking the Millers if Myrtle had ever been accosted.
One night when I was in bed, I heard all this laughing and giggling around our house. You could hear running, and I thought, oh my gosh. So I got up and went to the window, and it was girls too. Girls and boys, they parked over there on the street going down into the valley, and then they coming along and tipping it over. He'd have to get 2 or 3 men to help him pick it back up again because it's close to 300 pounds. So.
I wonder how many cars Myrtle has seen drive past the front of the Miller's home in her 20 years of standing guard. Today our lives run at a hectic pace, so it's refreshing to me to see Myrtle quietly standing there in defiance and remembrance of a simpler time. All things must change, but I hope to see Myrtle grazing out in front of the Miller's house for a long time to come. This is Paul Morrow reporting for Shelby This Week.
We have a road construction update for you. Starting with Hayes Road. Hayes is under construction from 21 to 23 Mile. They're working on widening Hayes. The intersection of 22 Mile will be finished by the end of the year. That's closer than you think. The remainder of the road will be constructed in 2015. Also, 24 Mile Road is still closed between Van Dyke and Mound. Detours are posted. We have some health news for you. In what seems too good to be true, a new study says the key to losing weight is something you already do every day. In fact, you're doing it right now. All it takes is a little inhale and exhale action. Researchers say breathing is how you can shed those extra pounds. Researchers set out to answer the question, when you lose weight, where does it go? Scientists found that 84% of fat turns into carbon dioxide and escapes the body through the lungs. The other 16% turns into water that leaves the body through urine, sweat, and tears. But don't cancel that gym membership yet. The more exercise you get, the more carbon dioxide you'll lose. So keep calm and breathe on. Here's our Did You Know segment of the news. Some Did You Know facts about kids. Did you know that the average 4-year-old asks over 400 questions a day? That's a lot of questions. Did you know that 95% of the brain's capacity is developed by age 3? Did you know fathers tend to determine the height of their child, mothers their weight? That was our Did You Know segment of the news. Interesting Did You Know facts. Up next, a local legend and friend remembered. Stay tuned.
Tick, 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 tick. Massive heat waves. Heat waves. Tick. Severe droughts. Tick, 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 tick. Devastating hurricanes. Tick, 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 tick. Our future is up to you. Tick. Go to fightglobalwarming.com while there's still time.
A famous anchorman passed away recently, Bill Bonds, a broadcasting legend who made his name at WXYZ Channel 7. Many people don't know the relationship between Bill Bonds and another news legend, Phil Nye. You may remember Phil as the epic news reporter, keener radio journalist, and news anchor here at Shelby TV for over 12 years. Phil wasn't just an employee here at Shelby TV. He was part of our family. He was our friend. Phil passed away this past March. Phil Nye and Bill Bonds were truly dear friends. They worked at Channel 7 together, and their families grew together. I was lucky enough to work with Phil Nye here at Shelby TV, and as I sit here in front of the camera, the crew behind the scenes at Shelby TV are the ones that worked with Phil the longest, knew him the best. We close out this newscast remembering our longtime friend, Phil Nye.
A way with words And Joni Mitchell had a way too. She once wrote, "Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone?" It's worth a thought. And that's Shelby this week. Until next week, thanks for being with us.
You promised me the world. Is this what you had in mind?
Every choice we make has a consequence. Help EarthShare and its members restore balance to the world. Visit earthshare.org and see what you can do. EarthShare, one environment, one simple way to care for it.